couldn't hope to understand. So why don't you keep your mouth shut? I don't want to make the children cry. So why don't you keep your mouth shut?
power comparable to that of gods.
One rule, keep the lights on.
You couldn't hope to understand. So why don't you keep your mouth shut?
She puts on a graceful and cordial front. Most of those who have seen her true crazy self have gone off. There is insane bone in her body. That night is all